Hi, my name is Callie Lewis, and in this video, I am going to explain how I have used Keto OS by Prove It to create fat loss. So what Keto OS is pure therapeutic ketones. And in English, that is fuel. So we eat for fuel. What Keto OS is fuel. So when you have Keto OS in your body, you don't need to eat because your body doesn't need fuel. And it's getting fuel, and it's getting its most efficient source of fuel. So the way I have created fat loss with Keto OS is through intermittent fasting. So I will not eat every day until about 2 o'clock. And do I get hungry sometimes? Yes, I get hungry sometimes. And I'm not even sure if you need to fast until 2 o'clock. You might be able to get the same results by fasting until noon. But I have, for whatever reason, decided to fast until 2 o'clock every day. So now that I've been in the company and a promoter for a couple months, I have a lot of Keto OS at my disposal. So what I do today is different than what I did when I first got the product, and it will probably be different in a month from now. So I'm going to quickly explain what I did in the beginning and then what I do now, just because. So when I first started Prove It, I only had the orange flavor. And I go work out at CrossFit probably 4 days a week. Now, a lot of people are like, well, that's why you're losing fat. That is not why I'm losing fat, because I was doing CrossFit for 5 months before I started taking Keto OS and didn't really see, like, I knew I was stronger, but couldn't see my muscles, still covered by beautiful padding. And I've been a triathlete in the past. I have always worked out and never created fat loss, unless I did like a super strict diet or something for 30 days. But comparing something like that to Keto OS, I am realizing that back then I was really actually just losing weight. I wasn't losing fat. And there's a big difference between the two. So I would wake up, drink a big quart jar of water with salt in it. And if you don't like salty water, which most people don't, I don't know why I love it now, put like 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt in a little shot glass of water and drink it, and then just follow it with some water. And then I would actually drink my Keto OS before I went to work out. I would go and I would work out, and then I would come home and I would not eat until I was hungry. So back then, I think that would, back then it was like a whole 2 months ago, but I think I would eat around 10:30 or 11, and I would eat eggs and bacon. And I would try to follow the ketogenic diet. Now, a ketogenic diet is high fat, low carb. If you've heard of Pinterest, get on Pinterest. There are a million recipes on there. A lot of people confuse the ketogenic diet with the Atkins diet. Atkins diet is high protein, low carb. And what I have learned is that when we consume too much protein, our body has to break it down into glucose. I think it's called glycogen. I don't know. It breaks it down into something, and then we burn it as glucose. So we can actually eat too much protein. So the ketogenic diet, it's high fat, low carb. So for that first month, I would try to stick to that high fat, low carb way of eating. But truly, looking back, I created the fat loss that I did through fasting. Like, I would fast all day on a Sunday, and I would drink on that day. I drank 2 Keto OSs. So when I used to have a job where I would fast all day, and I did not lose any weight. In fact, I started gaining weight because I was working as an oral surgeon, and so I wouldn't eat during the day. I think I'd eat at breakfast, and then wouldn't eat all day, and then I would eat at night. Now, the difference between what I was doing then and what happens when you take Keto OS is, like I said, Keto OS is fuel. So my body is being fueled during the hours that I am fasting. I'm not starving it. And what Keto OS does, what ketones do when they're in your body, is they preserve and protect your proteins or your muscles. So as your body burns through its own glucose stores and then has the ketones, it will start burning your own fat as its fuel. So that is how I've created fat loss using the Keto OS. I don't go into starvation mode when I'm fasting because my body has ketones present. It preserves my muscle and it burns my fat. So now that I have access to more ketones, I will drink some before I go work out, and then I will also drink some at 10:30, 11. And then depending on the day, I will drink them again around 3 or 4 in the afternoon because they do help with carb cravings. So what I would actually recommend, if I were going to tell someone starting, what I would recommend doing is for fat loss, you want to drink water with your salt, go do your workout if you do one. And if you don't, it doesn't matter. Just wake up and drink water, drink salt. Haha. Salt, very, 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 very important. Like very important. The salt is super important. And then drink your keto whenever you get hungry, regardless of whether you worked out or not. So most people, that's around 10:30 or 11. So I would actually only drink half of your keto. Drink half of your keto, and then do not eat until you get hungry, which is around 2 o'clock. I would actually do one more thing, sorry. I would add a healthy fat to your keto. So whether that's coconut oil, Good Earth has something called Udo's oil, or even some butter. But I would add, I don't know, like 5 grams fat, 5 to 10 grams of fat to your keto. And that will help sustain you until 2 o'clock in your fasting. And if you can't make it till 2 and you can only make it till 12:31, just try that and see if that works for you, see what happens. And then I would do my best to just follow a low carb, high fat diet for the rest of the day and not eat after 8 o'clock. But I would drink the other half of your packet around 3 o'clock. It seems like across the board, most people start to get cravings around 4 o'clock, or we get tired around that time. So if you have that keto in your system, it's going to help curb your cravings for carbs and give you energy. And then rinse and repeat. Do it again the next day. So wake up, drink your water, drink your keto with some healthy fat around 10, 11-ish. And then I would probably I wouldn't add fat to the second half that I drink later in the day. And if you have any questions, contact the person who sent you this video, or you can contact me. You can find me on Facebook, Callie Lewis. It's actually Callie Jenkins Lewis. And just message me, and I'd love to answer any of your questions. But before I go, I just want to say that you need to commit to taking this product for at least 60 days. You need to give it time for your body to adjust to burning ketones as fuel instead of glucose. And I promise if you give it 60 days, you will start to see results. And also, not only does this product help you lose fat, I want to talk about that really quick. So when I have done like consistent workouts and consistent eating plans in the past, and my beautiful arm that was a sausage became a smaller sausage. With ketones, what has happened is all of the muscles that I built in CrossFit, I can actually see them. So with the ketone, like for real, people say this will preserve your muscle. For real, Keto OS preserves your muscle and burns your fat, because my sausage arm isn't a smaller sausage arm. I have like legit muscles, and I have shoulder muscles, and that's never happened before. So I hope you're excited, because this product is amazing and it has changed my life. And like, I really can't totally count all the ways, because not only am I losing fat, but I feel so amazing. It's amazing to have energy to do whatever you want. And the energy is not coming from sacrificing some other organ in my body. Lots of times, like caffeine or other stimulants, they are burning out your adrenals or creating some havoc in the back end. But with Keto OS, none of that is happening, because the ketones are just pure energy, and my body loves the kind of energy that it is. So good luck. Ask for support if you need it, because real quick, one other thing that we happen to store in our fat, especially as women, is a lot of emotions. So there have been days when I have been uber paranoid or just super sad or anxious. And what I've learned to recognize is that I'm releasing fat. And so what is in that fat is coming up and out. So that is, it's not, if it's going to happen, it will most likely happen. So make sure you, again, contact the person who gave you this video, or please send me a message on Facebook, and I would love to help you through the emotions that are coming up. So I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'm out.